the horrible grind behind Harris. In today's patch 1.3.10, the devs made some changes that affect farming Harris and the Hive Master. But was their shot at a fix just a dud? Well, let's find out.
Wait, did we just become best friends?
Bandidos, your boy Tux here. Before we get into the patch note detail related to farming Harris, I need to give you a little bit of a backstory here. I jumped in on day one, and I really enjoyed the Supermassive Receptor Dungeon. I think it's a good fight. To stay focused, let's just talk about the drop rates for Harris. So there's a 10% chance to get all of her parts. What I found is that there's a very low chance of getting a duplicate drop. Maybe I have lucky RNG, but it was also the same thing with the Hive Master. So, of course, it's not a guaranteed chance that every time you beat the boss, you're gonna get a Harris part. But when I did get a Harris part, it was a different Harris part than one that I had already acquired. Once I had acquired all her pieces, including the blueprint, then I started to get duplicates. And it was like that for the new legendary weapon as well. If I recall, there was one time where I actually got a duplicate before I finished the set. So that tells me it is possible to get a duplicate. It's just a very low chance. I don't know what your guys' experiences were, but I didn't even need to use the pity system. So I got all Harris's blueprints, including the new legendary weapon blueprints. But where I set my controller down and stopped playing the game was around Writhing Organic Matter. So they do this every time they release something new, is they put out a new material. So even if you put in thousands of hours into this game, you still have something to grind for, which kind of feels like you're being punished for being dedicated to the game. At the same time, it would also feel shitty to not have a grind, because in looter shooters, it's sort of about the grind to a degree, right? It was a fucking nightmare. And so I set the game down. And the reason why I set this down is because what happens in this game is it becomes a one mission simulator. The unfortunate thing is because everything is locked behind that mission, we play it so much that we end up hating that fucking mission. That's the backstory. So with this patch, they made some changes to that Writhing Organic Matter. Within this section, if we scroll down, you can see it says added acquisition sources for the Descendant Harris and Ultimate Weapon Hive Master crafting materials, because they both require those. And so now you can get some in Axion Plains by defeating a commander. And it says literally two Writhing Organic Matter elements, which is very small. Inside this Supermassive Receptor Dungeon, I mean, we're getting really low drop rates, right? As low as 4 and as high as like 11 or 12. I think there's a small chance you can get a big drop in there. I've heard remarks of people saying that they got 100. I haven't seen that. But you can also go to the Void Vessel in the medium-sized facility zone. On hard difficulty, will give you 4. I think that they need to do a little bit better with the quantities here. At least it's a step in the right direction. So with those quantities being so low, I still don't know when I'm going to get around to being motivated to farm the hell out of it. So you need 100 per blueprint, 300 in total for her. In the Supermassive, you would average somewhere around 7 per run. I think that's being realistic and on the generous side. So that's 43 runs in order to get all of the Writhing Organic Matter. The damn Writhing Organic Matter. So if you go to any of those other locations, you're making your farm for Harris even longer. I know it's good for the investors to see lots of players playing the new content that they just spent millions on creating, but this is a drag. So they're obviously aware of the issue, hence the changes, but I think they need to be a little bit more aggressive. You see, the problem only gets worse when we start taking the Hive Master into consideration. So the Hive Master needs 50 Writhing Organic Matter components per blueprint. So that's 150 to craft one. And then you're gonna have to do that, 5 times? So that's 750. And so if you're averaging 7 per run, that's 107 runs to get your Hive Master fully leveled. Put Harris on top of that, you're at about 150 total runs. I mean, that's just ridiculous. I don't know. What do you guys think? Again, I love the grind. I love grinding. But playing the same mission 150 times to get the new features of Season 3, Episode 2, just, I don't know, it's exhausting just thinking about it. Where do you guys sit with this? Thank you for hanging out with me. I'm Tuxedo Bandido, and if you found this video helpful, be sure to hit the like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications so you don't miss out on the good stuff I have coming for you. And if you like content like this, be sure to check out the video I have recommended for you right here. If you have anything you would like me to cover, be sure to let me know in the comments below. And thank you to all the channel members and donors who make things possible. Tux Nation wouldn't be the same without you.
When you buy or download anything for the First Descendant, be sure to use Tux's creator code to support the channel. Easy peasy.
Wait, did we just become best friends?